Hi and welcome to episode 27 of Mind in Bloom TV with me, Kendall Platt, where I chat about all things mindful gardening and floristry. My mission with Adventures with Flowers is to encourage you to take some time for yourself and to learn to grow and arrange your own cut flowers to improve your well-being. As busy women, we often find it hard to give ourselves just 20 minutes a day, so I'm here to encourage you to do that right now. Grab a cup of tea and watch this video. That's your first 20 minutes, and then hopefully some of the activities I'm going to discuss in the video can form your 20 minutes for later in the week. I truly believe that by taking care of ourselves first, we become better mothers, better friends, and even better lovers. As if we feel restored, then we have a greater capacity to give and be loved in return. It's probably not gone unnoticed that I'm a little hoarse today. I'm suffering with a bit of a sore throat, so apologies for the croaks, but you know, job's got to be done. So in today's episode, I am going to give you a couple of activities that can be done in the run up to Christmas, as that's where we are now, to give you a little bit of time for yourself. One of them is a lovely walk that then leads really nicely into a mindful floristry activity. I think at this time of year it's really easy to feel overwhelmed with everything that we've got to get done, but just by taking that 20 minutes, I promise you will feel a lot more grounded, a lot calmer, and able to crack on with all the things that you have on your to-do list. So let's get started. The first activity is actually to go on a lovely winter walk. And the reason you want to go on that walk is to go foraging. Now, you may have some of these things in your garden already, but if you don't, it's a really good excuse to get out and go for a lovely walk. So, and then the second activity I'm going to teach you is how to make a festive garland. So, first things first, let's talk about the walk and what you're going to look for. So these are a few things that I found on my walk. So first of all is holly with red berries. This is just something that's really going to lift all the green that we're going to have, and relatively easy to find at this time of year. So go out and see if you can grab some of that. The next one is berried ivy. So look at those beautiful berries on there. Again, really, really easy to find because ivy grows like wildfire. Then I've actually got some eucalyptus in my bunch. Now, you probably won't be able to find this out in the wild, but I had some left over from some of my wreath courses that I've been doing. So I thought, why not include it in my bunch? A pine cone here. I gathered these. You might struggle to find these now. If you do, then that's great. But I actually gathered these back in the summer. But again, a really nice addition if you have some. And then just a couple of different parts of greenery. So these are just from a hedge. And these are from Christmas tree offcuts. So I don't know if you're anything like us, but we always go and we buy a tree that's far too big for our house and then we have to cut it off. And there's always a couple of branches left over. So if you can incorporate those into your bouquet, then that's a really great idea, and it'll really spread that smell of Christmas through the house, depending on where you're going to put your garland. Now, in terms of your garland, where can you put it? Well, I'm going to hang mine above my fireplace. Obviously, safe distance between the fire and the garland. I don't actually have a mantelpiece, but if you do, you can just lay the garland along. So I'm actually going to hang mine. Or another really lovely option is down the centre of your dining table. So if you wanted to use this as a Christmas decoration for your Christmas table, then you could do that as well. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how you're going to do it. Just remake my bunch here. There we go. Put that out of the way. So first things first, you want to get a bit of string. I've got this one here. It used to be pink and then the sun's bleached it. So the inner string is still pink. It doesn't matter because you're not going to see this. So it doesn't matter what colour it is. You're going to need some snippers, probably mainly when you're out on your walk. You'll need those, but you might need them here to cut down some of the stems. And then you're going to need some paddle wire. So this is just florist paddle wire. You could probably buy it on Amazon. It's relatively cheap. I'm not sure what gauge this is. I think probably about a 22 gauge. So it's quite flexible. But DM me if you need any more advice on where to get this from, because I can send you the link. Word I'm just going to say quickly now about these pine cones. What I actually have done here is, because obviously pine cones don't have a stem, I've used some of this wire to create a stem. So a very quick demo here on how to wire your pine cone. So you're going to take your pine cone, you're going to take your length of wire, you're going to literally wrap the wire, and you see I'm just wrapping it in amongst the little sort of leaves almost of the pine cones, and then you're just going to twist like that. And then you're just going to wrap each side, each part of the wire around each other like that to almost form your stem. Like that. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to take your wire and you're going to leave a little bit of a gap, and you're just going to wrap the wire onto your piece of twine, really simply. Like that, there you go. Okay. Then you're going to take your first bunch and you're going to lay it on. And you're going to wrap the wire around the stems, making sure you incorporate the twine 3 times. Then you're going to take your next bunch, you can still see here, and you're going to overlay it, so like that there. And you're going to wrap around there 3 times. Nearly missed a bit of twine there. Right, so you've got to the end of your string now. So what you're going to do is you've been putting all your bunches on that way, you're going to turn this one that way and almost tuck it in here. You want to go quite close, because otherwise you're going to have a gap. You will have a bit of a gap, there's nothing you can do about that, but I will show you a trick to disguise it in a minute. So again, wrap 3 times around. And then if you take some of your extra bits of foliage that you've got, you can just wrap these in to cover the gap. Oh, this holly's spiky, I keep spiking myself. And just kind of fill the gap with other foliage. Zhuzh it out a bit, just move it around a bit to fill in the gap. And then you're going to take your secateurs and you want to cut a relatively long length, because you're going to wrap it round a few times and secure it in. So wrap it round, and then I'm just going to tie it off at the back here by threading it through some of the wire that I've already passed around. There you go. So if you just write that and then spread everything out a little bit like that. So there you go, that's how you make your garland. Hopefully it was very simple. If you have any questions at all, please do come over and find me on Instagram. I'm at Adventures with Flowers. And I can answer any questions, especially if you've got questions about where to buy the wire from. I can send you links for that, or any questions about how you go about doing this, then please do get in touch. So that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe. The more that you do this, the more women we can reach with this content. And I don't know about you, but I feel it's really important that it goes as far and wide as we possibly can get it to help as many women as possible. If you were watching this and thinking one of my friends could really do with a bit of time for herself, and what a lovely mindful activity to do in order to take that time, then please do share this video with them. Probably the easiest way for you to do that is by tagging them into my Instagram page. I'm at Adventures with Flowers. The link to my YouTube channel will be on there so they can find it really easily. If you want to send me any thoughts or comments about this episode, then please do head over to Instagram and let me know what you thought there. Also, just to let you know about my membership, Mind in Bloom, the activity that I've showed you here today, making this garland, is similar to the activities that are available to people in my membership. So if you were to become a member, you would get sent a box every month for the length of the membership that you've signed up for. Currently there's 3 and 6 month options. That box would contain a seasonal gardening activity to be done that month. And the aim of the membership really is to encourage you to take some time for yourself every month to do said activity. Alongside that, there is access to our Facebook community, within which there's lots of other ideas for mindful activities that you can do in nature. And these also include floristry activities. So once the flowers that you get in your box have grown, you will have access to videos showing you how to arrange those flowers as well, for gift bouquets to give to people, for different style arrangements for the house, to make garlands. So there's loads and loads of different options available to you there. Also available in the community are journaling prompts for days when perhaps you don't really feel like going outside in the garden because maybe it's chucking it down and you just want to snuggle up with a nice warm cup of tea and do a bit of journaling. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, then please head over to www.adventureswithflowers.com and click on Mind in Bloom membership. I look forward to having you. Thanks, bye.